What's happening, my beautiful people? My name is Mike LaBelle, and welcome back to another episode of Closing Belle. And today, my friends, we are going to discuss some of the most broken players in FIFA. Guys that get busy, score goals, beyond overpowered, difference makers. We have a special guest, FUTWIZ Jamie, gonna join me to have that discussion. And then we have everything else that's in between to go with a special guest showdown. For today's FIFA forecast, I want to pose a question. We've just wrapped up the competitive FIFA season officially, at least until FIFA 21, and we did a bunch of online regionals based, of course, on proximity, and that helps for latency. What do you think about this going forward in the future for the competitive year? Because we are dealing with new consoles to go with a pandemic and what's going to happen from that pandemic. So I'm not expecting to see in-person events, players side by side for quite some time. What did you think about this format? I feel like it was very successful for the Summer Series Cups. And also, which console are you upgrading to? Xbox Series X, PS5? Make a decision. As I said, today we're talking secretly broken players, and I have a special guest, or we have a special guest, FUTWIZ Jamie. What's happening, my guy?
I'm well, Mike. Thanks for having me on. It's about time, but I'm glad to be here.
My first broken player. Broken means that these guys are just on another level. Beyond overpowered. You hate to see them. You don't want to go up against them. Maybe it was a surprise for you. I'm trying to define criteria as best as possible. Ben Yedder has to be there for yours truly, and it doesn't even need to be his team of the season.
The people that watch me week in, week out on Twitch know that when I use Shapeshifter Ben Yedder, I had to get a mode of the guy on my channel. He was unbelievable. I couldn't believe, like, everyone says, oh, Ben Yedder this, Ben Yedder that. I never used him up until August, and I used his Shapeshifter. It wasn't even his best card, and honestly, 10 out of 10. What a player he is.
So he might not be a secret player, but he definitely fits into the broken category, and it just seems right to get started with that. Who's on your list? Because we haven't discussed who wrote down what, so we might have some that align and we agree. We might have some that are very different, but we'll go back and forth.
At the top of my list for broken players, I'm not going to say that Summer Heat Ribery is unknown, but also the people that watch me week in, week out would know that Summer Heat Ribery for me is one of the best players I've used in FIFA 20, hands down. We're talking like icon moments, team of the seasons, team of the years. I think this guy is honestly probably better than team of the season Neymar, and I know that's a big shout.
Do you feel that he's grown with you the more you've used him? Because that's how I feel with Ribery. The more that I kept playing with the Summer Heat iteration, I felt that he just kept getting better and better and better. I just had to keep giving him so much respect and appreciation.
Well, I think at the time, I did Ribery and Ousmane Dembele Summer Heat at the same time. And I was comparing them while I was using them. And I thought Ribery was honestly 10 times better than Dembele. And everyone was asking me, oh, who should I do? I can only do one. And I was saying Ribery hands down 100%. So that's maybe why I think he's also very good, is because I did Dembele at the same time. I just didn't think Dembele was good at all. So probably why Ribery's my man in my team.
This guy actually might be a secret, unless you're very much so in the FIFA community. But we're looking at Ryan Kent. I don't know if I would put him as broken at the current stage. This is late game. There's been so many new iterations, so many new foot items. But for at least 6 months this year, you did not want to see this guy. He terrifies the defense. Yeah, off the bench, he's killing the game. Yeah. You don't want to run into Ryan Kent.
I was so glad that I did his Europa League card on this. That SBC, you had to pick two. It was either Ryan Kent or one of the Celtic players. I can't remember from memory, and I don't know why, but I just saw Kent and everyone's going, oh, he's overpowered. Honestly, probably the best SBC for value card I did this year, for sure.
He's the best SBC for value in FIFA 20 there, 100%, because he was maybe 20,000 coins. All right, who else is on your list? But Ryan Kent is a good shout. If you didn't play a lot of FIFA this year, you might not have seen him. He's only big in the FIFA community. He wouldn't be big from a mainstream level, and he's the definition, secret, broken, gonna get the job done. But you would have had to do the SBC earlier on. All right, tell me who's on your list. Continue.
The next one I've got is not an attacker. I know we've said 3 attackers so far. It's team of the season Ronaldo Sanchez. And I actually packed this guy from the League One upgrades that they were doing for Team of the Season. And he was like the best player I got at the time. And I didn't think anything of him. I was like, oh, I'm not going to use him. And I ended up selling my Hullet for coins to do SBC. So I was like, you know what? I might use Sanchez. And honestly, he was the mini Hullet. This guy, I had him on my bench for the Summer Series over the likes of you know, Timothy's and De Jong, who a lot of other players were using, and I think is definitely up there with top 4 CMs in the game.
I feel in the midfield this year we have a lot to select from that are at this upper echelon or the top tier. Speaking of the midfield, my next choice, and it's kind of pick a variation, and this is more of a earlier usage rate, I would say, in FIFA, but Sissoko is one of those anomaly players that falls into kind of being broken, because even if I put up his statistics right now, and we're talking a foot miss or even his
even at the time,
goal,
early on, the gold was kicking for a very long time in people's teams.
Especially if you're in the competitive world, because you had squad limitations or squad rules for qualifications to get into events.
He was massive.
So you needed lower rated players in order to even out your team. And Sissoko, it almost doesn't make sense. And that's kind of the definition to me of broken. I'm telling you, if I read off his stats right now, we would sit here and say, that doesn't look that good. He doesn't look like he's going to be fast enough. He doesn't have the agility or the balance. He's not offensively gifted. He's not going to be technical. But it was all good.
I remember in one of the qualifiers, I had like mid-Ruud Gullit, who at the time in one of the qualifiers is really, really hard to get. I remember he was being bullied by like Gold Sissoko, and I was like, well, why do I have Gullit in my team? I might as well just have him.
Bring up Nani, especially with EMLS and his importance and his value. I still use Nani to this day.
Yeah.
You're right. He has everything you could ask for, and having that coveted 5-star weak foot, 5-star skill moves. And you're right. He's slept on. He's not used. He's not discussed. He's not on the forums. He's not all over Twitter. This is a good example of someone who's completely secret. And because he's in MLS, a lot of people don't even think about including him into a team. You could even make an argument maybe for Opara.
I think that's the thing with, obviously I'm mentioning Nani now and you're mentioning Opara. It's like, well, at the end of the day, how many people have actually used these guys for enough games to know how good they are or not? And probably the answer is not many, because of how hard they are to link. So the people like Van Dijk and Ramos, it's like you use their gold versions earlier on and then you upgrade to their other ones. It's because they're so easy to link. You just know how good they are. And like Nani and Opara, for example, definitely on the same level as some of those big league players, but maybe people just don't know.
I'll make it quick. I put the Saint, as he's been rebranded. Sometimes you call him Gooch. Saint Maximin. Another one of those players where his first item, 79 overall at the very beginning of FIFA, very usable.
Especially in those qualifiers as well. I saw him a few times, his lower rated cards being used.
But the Saint is the real deal. You don't want to go up against him. And when he got that upgraded weak foot with the skills, it was a problem.
I think that's when, I guess when you're talking about like the one-man counterattack, having someone that is 5-star, you just don't know where they're going to go. Where, you know, if you got someone limited to 1 foot, they're limited to going down to one side. So Saint for short.
This is our last choice here. Jamie, what's last?
What's
the send-off, Jamie? Give us the send-off.
I've done the send-off, and maybe it's a bit of a controversial one because I've spoken so highly about the 5-star. But I am picking an attacker that's 4-star, and from a more unknown league. It's Sebastian Giovinco, the Atomic Ant, coming in his Team of the Season card. I actually packed it as a red pick, and my whole chat was going, Jamie, you need to use him. I was like, nah, I can't link him. You know, I don't think he's that good. 4-star. I use this guy as a super sub for like a period of time, and he was a menace. He's a little guy, don't get me wrong, but as the agility and balance, I think it's both 99. And it was just so hard to defend. He was literally running through Van Dijk's legs at times. But I'll end on a Giovinco. Not quite 5-star, but I think he's definitely a very solid FIFA 20 player.
Okay, that wraps up our secret broken players. Let us know, comments, who did we forget? Who else has been putting in work for you? Let's get into the guest showdown.
Yeah.
The guest showdown today, we have Champions League or bust. Last week, I will say this, if you have not seen the episode, it might be the most clutch guest showdown up to date. I'm not going to spoil anything. But the way this works, we have 10 players, and we have to say if they've won Champions League or if they have never won a Champions League. And this seems very fitting because Bayern Munich just won the Champions League. All right, first off, we have Zlatan Ibrahimovic. So I've been around for Zlatan's complete career. Not that that's going to save me with some of these other selections, but I feel like I know his competitive history. Thierry Henry. Definitely didn't get one at Arsenal, that's for sure.
My answer's up.
My answer's up too. What did you put?
Okay. Yes.
Ronaldo. R9, the original Ronaldo. Ooh. That's trickier because we always talk about this guy being top 5 greatest players of all time. Yeah. And he's played for really, really big clubs.
My answer's up, but I'm not 100% on this.
I think I'm wrong on this one. I've gone with yes, but I think I'm wrong.
See, I went with no.
Oh, you're right. Damn it. All right, we have Neymar next. You got your answer up?
Yep.
Neymar's a yes.
Yeah, 100%.
I think it was 2014, 15, something. One of those Barcelona
the
years
MSN,
they were killing
the
it.
MSN year where
Yeah,
obviously
there he is. Next up, Buffon. Mine's up. I think this is a no. I don't recall Juventus getting one. I don't think so. I don't think Buffon got one.
I've got no as well.
All right, moving on. I need you to miss one soon.
He don't miss.
Wayne Rooney. That's gonna be a yes for me.
Yeah, a yes for me as
Wayne
well.
Rooney got one in 2008, 2009. When did United?
He won it with when Ronaldo was there.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah. Was that his last year? I don't know.
2008. 2008. This is an interesting selection. How did they put this on here with all these other players? Why did they just have Traore on here?
Which Traore?
Jamie? I'm just throwing a yes on screen because I have no idea.
Oh, I was gonna do yes as well. Like I think because we haven't heard of him, maybe that's why it's like a bit of a.
We're both just drop both the yeses. This won't be a decider then.
Yeah.
Maradona. Go ahead.
Mine's a no. I think
it's a no as well.
I think it's the same situation as Ronaldo 9, where obviously he's won the World Cup, but I don't think he's won the Champions League. I think he played at Napoli for obviously the majority of his career, and I'm not sure if they won one. Okay.
All right, Fabregas. So we've got time at Arsenal, Chelsea.
Mine's up.
Mine's up.
Yeah, I've gone with
I
yes.
said no. You've gone with yes.
Yes, I've gone with yes. And
No, you're wrong. He didn't win one.
He didn't? Okay, well I'm wrong, but
Go
I
ahead,
thought he
tell
left
me.
Arsenal, went to Barcelona, and I thought he won one there, but obviously I'm wrong.
All right, Dennis Bergkamp. You
My
got your
answer's
answer up?
Yeah,
I said no.
I've said no as well.
I'm pretty sure that's a no.
Purely because obviously
No Champions League.
Yeah.
Well, the Invincibles didn't go the whole. They didn't get it that year.
They didn't get the treble.
That would
so
have. Yeah.
yeah.
Tiebreaker. Name a manager who you think has the most Champion League trophies. Ooh. I don't feel confident with where I'm going, but I know where I'm going. I've decided.
I've just gone one to one name on the back of my no. It is
Where did you go?
Pep Guardiola.
And I went with Sir Alex Ferguson. Okay, I think we need to Google.
Yeah, we need to Google search. I remember obviously Pep won
Managers
all his
with
Champions League titles
most.
when he had Messi, but I don't know how many that is.
There's a lot in this 2 range.
Yeah.
I think we're ending on a draw. I don't have a secondary tiebreaker. But I feel like we both did pretty well on this. Either way, we've somehow evened up here. And even with the tiebreaker, it was meant to be for us to draw.
Yeah.
Apparently, we weren't supposed to have a winner. Thank you so much for coming on, Jamie. Where can the people find you?
On Twitter, it's my full name, Jamie O'Doherty. And then on Twitch is twitch.tv/FUTWIZ Jamie. So yeah.
Yeah, you heard it from the man. I don't know what time zone that you're going to have to be finding this guy in, but he's very active on social media. I know you've been prepping for FIFA 21. Same with yours truly. I can't wait till we bring on the new year, and we have a lot more content coming out for you ASAP.